Throughout history, the annals of human civilization have been punctuated by conflicts, and much of this violence has been state-sponsored. In ancient Greece, these acts of aggression were more than mere displays of power. They were a fundamental aspect of the city-state's raison d'etre. Join us as we explore the role Greek city-states played in perpetuating violence as a strategy and necessity for their survival and growth. In the world of ancient Greece, each city-state, known as a polis, was a sovereign entity. The likes of Athens, Sparta, Corinth, and Thebes were not merely cultural hubs. They were military powers that thrived on the complex interplay of alliance and rivalry. Unlike the modern state, these city-states considered aggression and war as natural extensions of their politics and diplomacy. This backdrop of perpetual belligerence was fueled by geography, limited resources, and a fiercely competitive ethos among these polities. Central to understanding this phenomenon is the concept of hoplite warfare. The Greek phalanx, a formation of heavily armored infantry soldiers, was both a symbol and a tool of this state-sponsored violence. Each soldier, or hoplite, fought not just for personal or familial glory, but for the honor and survival of his city-state. This battlefield strategy was employed not only in wars of expansion, but also in conflicts of defense and deterrence. State-sponsored violence therefore became a communal duty, deeply embedded in the social and political fabric. Arguably, no city-state epitomized martial aggression more than Sparta. Renowned for their military discipline, the Spartans crafted an entire society around the art of war. From a young age, Spartan males were groomed for battle. Their loyalty pledged not to a king, but to the perpetuity of their militant state. Here, the concept of eugenics played a dark role as well. Only the strong were deemed fit to survive and serve. Thus, the state's endorsement of violence took a systematic and institutional form, where war was both a means and an end. In contrast, Athens presents a more nuanced picture. Known for its intellectual and cultural achievements, Athens also held a darker side, fueled by state-led aggression. The Peloponnesian War against Sparta, disastrous as it was, demonstrated Athens' willingness to leverage its naval supremacy in pursuit of dominance over the Greek world. Imperial pursuits often turned violent, and the lust for expansion frequently resulted in the suffering of subdued regions, underlining that even in a democracy, state-sponsored violence found its place. Furthermore, interstate alliances and leagues often perpetuated aggression on an even larger scale. The Delian League under Athens, or the Peloponnesian League, led by Sparta, exemplified how defensive pacts quickly turned into vehicles of dominance and control. Such leagues could pivot from mutual protection to organized campaigns of aggression against others, illustrating how state-sponsored violence transcended individual polis agendas to become a collective endeavor in the Greek political landscape. In conclusion, the Greek city-states, through their ceaseless engagements in warfare and the glorification of military prowess, institutionalized aggression in ways that served as bedrocks for their independence and prosperity. State-sponsored violence was a deliberate policy, intricately tied to notions of citizenship, honor, and survival. Reflecting on this past uncovers the complex dynamics of power and conflict that still resonate in the geopolitical discourses of our modern world. As we look back at these states, their legacy offers pivotal insights into the inevitability and consequences of aggression driven by the edifice of state control.